Hello friends, welcome to Learn One. In previous lecture, we have learned about introduction of control structures, and today we will learn about if-else statement in Ruby. In if-else statement, we need to put a condition, and that will be executed if the condition is true. The first portion is executed of if block, and if the condition is false, then it will execute the else part. So based on the condition, when we want to check which portion need to execute and we want to execute a specified portion on conditional, in this case we will use if-else statement. Here in a slide you can see the syntax of if-else statement. For example, first of all I have set if and the condition that we need to set, then the block that we need to execute if the condition is true. And if I want to add some another if else, let me say I want to add two conditions. So here in the else part we can add one more parameter, that is else if. Actually the spelling is ELS if for Ruby. And we need to put our second condition there, and if that condition satisfied, that will return true, then it will execute its block, and if none of these both condition is satisfied, in this case that will execute the last else part. So this is how if-else statement works. So here in a screen you will also see an example of if-else statement. I have taken a number and assigned a value 10, and I have checked if number is greater than 0. If yes, it will produce a number and that is positive number. I have taken second condition else if. So in that case I have put a condition number is less than 0. If that condition satisfied, we can say the number is negative. And in the else portion I have defined the number is 0. So this means if the number is not greater than 0 or not less than 0, then it's an 0. So this is how we can work with if-else statement. Now we will see practical examples of if-else structure. Let me create one variable number equal to 10, and I want to check if this number is positive, negative or 0. So let's start with if condition. If my number is greater than 0, so it will print as number is positive, else as number is not positive. And now let's run this program. Here I have created one condition. If number is greater than 0, the number is positive, and if number is not greater than 0, means actually it's less than 0, that is not positive. And now let's run the program. Ruby if-else.rb, and here we are having output 10 is positive. Now let's change its value to 10 to minus 10. Let's save it and let's run our program again, and it will return minus 10 is not positive. Now I want to modify my program, same program, and I want to add one extra condition here. I want to check whether the number is negative or not. So for that I need to write one more condition, that is else if and number is less than 0, then put as hash num is negative, and if none of these both conditions satisfied, then definitely the number is 0. So let's write number is 0. Now let's run our program. It will say number is positive because we are having value 10. Now let me change it to minus 5. Let's save it and run the program again. It will say minus 5 is negative. And now let's test a case of 0. So let me assign a value 0 to my number, and let's run it again, and it will show us the number is 0. So this is how we can work easily with if-else statement. In next lecture we will learn about unless statement in Ruby.